BiomedRx Optimum Woman is the only woman's high-potency full-spectrum multiple vitamin supplement to contain 56 nutrients, including those most important for today's woman, such as calcium for bone health, iron for healthy red blood cells, beta-carotene, biotin for nail and hair health, gamma-linoleic acid from evening primrose oil, octasanol, grapeseed extract, a potent antioxidant important for maintaining capillary strength, and vegetarian digestive enzyme. Visit www.biomedrxsupplements.com.
Gold label quality BiomedRx CBD oil is made from organic hemp that is locally grown, glyphosate-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, homogenized, third-party tested, and CO2 extracted. Visit www.biomedrxcbd.com.
Hi, this is Devin Lockett, the president of Job Site Route. As the son of a general contractor, I know how difficult it can be to get good food on the job site. And letting your construction workers leave the job site to buy lunch just takes valuable time away from them being on the site. I've developed an app and a program that will bring a steady stream of food trucks to your job sites every month for the low price of only $100 per month per site. That comes up to about $3 per day to have a steady stream of food trucks coming to your job sites all day, every working day. You can also contact the food trucks ahead of time and pre-order your food from the menu on our app. This saves valuable time for your construction workers and for you. It also sends a variety of delicious food served on Southern California food trucks to your job sites all day. When you think about it, it only makes sense to join the Job Site Route Network.
Good morning. How is everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a wonderful day today. I don't know why my intro didn't play, but my intro didn't play. That's more like it. That's more like it. Let me get this turned around. It's an early show today. I'm in the shop early today. Wanted to talk to you guys about depression. Depression, yes. Many people come to me with depression because the BiomedRx Health Center is primarily a neurofeedback center. So we deal with a lot of people who have depression. Depression is usually accompanied with, anxiety and stress, and usually accompanied with a significant amount of neocortical dysregulation. With complex PTSD in cases of emotional enmeshment or long-term emotional abuse. The depression is more complicated than simple neocortical dysregulation. The depression involves issues that a person may have to attend therapy for. But to the extent that we can help here at the BiomedRx Health Center, we do. We offer neurofeedback, which is EEG biofeedback. EEG biofeedback is an electronic method of restoring the brain to its natural balance. We accumulate dysregulation in the neocortex as a result of the intense emotions that we experience during the vicissitudes of daily life. And with the accumulation of dysregulation in the neocortex, it makes it hard or virtually impossible to achieve an alpha state, which is the state that I'm in right now, for example, awake and relaxed and happy, right? And so you can instantly reach an alpha state with a beer or a glass of wine or a joint. Not too many other substances, but those particular substances do pretty much get you to an instant alpha state, or even a theta or delta state if you consume too much of them. But to do that without chemicals requires training of the neocortex. So I'm going to be straight up and tell you, before we get into the biomagnetic pair therapy aspect of it, that if you were to be here in person, if you were to come visit me in person here at the BiomedRx Health Center, I would put you on a protocol of neurofeedback, EEG biofeedback, as well as use of the brain training devices such as the Mind Alive David Delight Pro or the Mind Alive David Alert. And these devices offer audio-visual brain entrainment, as well as CES, which is cranial electrotherapy stimulation. CES trains the brain by through ear clips that are placed on the earlobes. A very mild, calibrated in pulse as well as frequency pulse of DC current is delivered to the brain via the ear clips, and this voltage, this electrotherapy stimulation, stimulates the brain to produce norepinephrine, epinephrine, and most importantly, serotonin. Your endorphins in perfect balance, and this helps fight depression and cravings. It's very good. There are actually settings specifically to boost the mood. So we have these tools at our disposal to address depression. However, those of you who are fans of this channel, who have followed this channel, and have purchased your own set of biomagnetic pair therapy magnets, let us go and review the pairs. Yes, by the way, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for notification. That's right, and all of that. Thank you very much. But for those of you who are fans of this channel already, let's go and review the pairs that specifically deal with depression. All right, now as you can see, here we have our Biomagnetic Pair Therapy roster for depression. Oh, I guess that's why my intro didn't come on, because on these scenes I turn it off. I like the intro here, but you know, I don't know if the music is going to really add to your educational experience. So let us get rid of this. Boom. How about that? All right. So now here we go. Depression. As you can see, there's depression, there is aggravated depression, and there is bipolar depression, and there's chronic depression, nervous depression. We're going to go over all of the pairs. I am not going to have a model here because, you know, it's early and my son's not here at the moment. But I am going to show you all. We are going to go through all of the pairs here that deal with depression. Okay. Pair number 1. Brachial to brachial. Okay. Now, I like locations like this, especially for high intensity magnets, because that's an area where there's a lot of blood flow. So I want to give the red blood cells a chance to recharge to their negative charge as much as possible. When I have a pair like this, I would use a very powerful pair of magnets. I will use my rare earth neodymium magnets, even though it's not on the trunk and it doesn't seem like a very big part of the body. But hey, that's the way I roll. Bulboracidio cerebello. Now, of course, I would use weaker ferrite magnets because this is the head. I don't use my strong magnets on the head. Okay, bulboracidio is the brainstem. And then right above that, cerebello, the cerebellum. And then the reverse, cerebello bulboracidio. Now, in this instance, since this is actually in reverse of the last pair, I would do the muscle testing at the feet and figure out which direction would best serve the patient, the client. Cuerpo calloso cerebello. As you can see here, these are more head locations. I would use the ceramic ferrite magnets, not the high Gauss, very strong magnets. Diaphragm to diaphragm. On this, yes, I would use powerful neodymium magnets. Diaphragm to diaphragm. The mastoid and the kidney on the same side. Okay, while you see the mastoid, that would take a ceramic magnet. I have very small round magnets that are perfect for that location. And then on the kidney, on the same side, I would go with a regular neodymium powerful magnet. It's on the trunk, and the trunk organs can take it. Maxillar superior and the tail of the pancreas. You see where my mouse is, right? It may be kind of hard to see how these pairs are differentiated, so I'm going to follow it with the mouse. And then you can see right here the negative on the jaw, and then on the tail of the pancreas will be the positive. Eye to eye, ojo, ojo. Okay? You see how that works? Eye to eye. Negative, positive. Again, with small, weak ferrite magnets. Not the high Gauss magnets. Not on the head, and especially not on the eyes. Suprasensorial hypophysis. You can see the back of the head, negative. Okay, that's right at the cerebellum, or the cerebellum occipital lobe, and the forehead, which would be the frontal lobe. Now, here we go. Aggravated depression, I would imagine. Achilles to Achilles. Even though these are on the extremities, I would still use the powerful magnets here, negative and positive, right on the back of the Achilles heel. I did these yesterday on my son. Corona hypophysis, negative right at the parietal lobe, and then positive right on the frontal lobe. Bipolar depression. Okay. Shout out to Sonia. How you doing, baby? I miss you. Appendix to pleura. Okay. The appendix gets the positive, and the pleura, the lung, gets the negative. Cervical 5 to cervical 5. Cervical vertebrae number 5 to cervical vertebrae number 5. Okay. Coronaria to the tendon pectoral. All right, so now you see the negative is right at the heart, okay, right at the left breast, and then the right is right at the pectoral tendon, which is beneath the subclavian area, not necessarily the subclavian area that you would use to address smoking, for example. Pericardial. Okay, kind of similar locations, but you can do both. Bipolar depression. Pleura to the appendix. So once again, negative on the lung, positive on the appendix. The pineal and the hypophysis. So this is right at the crown of the head for the pineal gland, and right at the forehead, or the frontal lobe, also known as hypophysis in Spanish. Bipolar depression. Piso orbital cerebello, the orbital floor and the cerebellum. So you can see right on the right eye is where the negative magnet would go, and on the back of the head. Remember, when you're applying your magnets, put the negative where it goes, do a muscle test of the feet, see if the feet have adjusted, and if you get a positive, meaning the presence of something a little bit off, a pathogen, and then put the positive where it goes, and then measure, do a muscle test again to see if there's been any change. The rama mandibula and the cola de pancreas. As you can see here, you put the negative right on the right mandible, and the positive on the tail of the pancreas. That's probably the third depression pair that is putting a positive on the tail of the pancreas. Knee to knee. That's pretty self-explanatory, right? Knee to knee. Rotula to rotula. Rodillas. Suprapubico suprarenales. Right on the pubic ramus with a negative, and right between the kidneys with a positive. If there's going to be a positive, I would go just a little bit superior to exactly between the kidneys, because you want to excite the adrenal glands. Duodenal, hígado, liver. So you put the positive here on the duodenal and then the negative on the liver. Of course, if once I have the liver involved, I use a powerful set of neodymium magnets and both negative and positive. Ascending colon to the liver. Okay, self-explanatory, the positive on the ascending colon and negative on the liver. That was for depression chronic, right? As you can follow along. Chronic depression. Thyroids to thyroids. Okay. Achilles to Achilles. Nervous depression. The head of the pancreas and the suprarenalis. And nervous depression. The cardias, right there between the breasts, or right at the sternum, right above this xiphoid complex for the negative, and the positive slightly superior to the location of the kidneys, directly between the kidneys. Now, that takes care of the pairs, okay? And I spoke before about the therapies that we offer. Let's get back to my office here. I want you guys to Yes, thank you. So now we're back to a little bit more music and activity. Now, we already spoke about the therapies that we offer here: neurofeedback, cranial electrotherapy stimulation, audiovisual brain entrainment. But there are other things that you can do for yourself if you are suffering, or a loved one is suffering from depression. One is you can try fasting. Try a couple of days of fasting and get the heavy foods out of your system. I am a meat eater, and I do, tell people that they should eat meat. However, fear and stress does live in the blood and meat of the animals that we eat. The fear of their impending doom in the slaughterhouse. Mammals are intelligent enough to sense their impending doom. So we have to cleanse our bodies sometimes of these things and a lot of the other toxins that we ingest. So a good fast is good. I do recommend purging and cleansing the gallbladder. I talk a lot about the gallbladder flush using cherry juice. Drink tart cherry juice every morning on an empty stomach for a couple of weeks, and then follow that up with on the second week, follow that up with olive oil and Epsom salts. Hang upside down, do inversion therapy, and allow your body to drop the gallstones out of your gallbladder. You're going to literally add years to your life by doing this, and you're going to feel a lot better. You're going to be a lot happier. Ionic foot detox. I tell people all the time that you can go to eBay and purchase an Ionic foot detox machine. They all work the same way. I wouldn't really worry about the brand or anything like that, but a decent Ionic foot detox machine. Ionic foot detoxification is great for treating depression. Also, Ethereum monatomic gold, what we call ormus. Orbitally reorganized monatomic substances. I take it under the tongue. Actually, is 8:36 is a good time to take a little bit. You're gonna have to take it kind of every day on a regular basis for a couple of weeks for it to start for you to start really appreciating the effects. But it does help. Haritaki does improve your mood. Haritaki. Haritaki is the dried pulp of the Terminalia chibula plant that comes from India and Nepal and throughout Asia. Haritaki increases the amount of blood in the body, and the amount of oxygen. Haritaki increases the amount of oxygen in the blood as well as in the brain. And Haritaki also removes the calcification of the pineal gland that comes from using fluoridated toothpaste and drinking fluoridated water, neither of which I recommend. I highly recommend that you get yourself some Tom's of Maine or some other non-fluoridated toothpaste, or maybe create your own toothpaste. I'm going to do a show showing you different ways to make toothpaste. I'm not going to get into that right now, but get away from fluoride. Okay. Try a little Haritaki, try a little monatomic gold. Definitely take a lot of vitamins, and definitely drink a lot of water. Keep your body well hydrated, which brings us to the most important antidepressant, which is exercise. Okay? Get out there and exercise. I don't care if you're just walking or hiking or maybe swimming back and forth in the pool, nice and easy. It's a very hot summer. We're all going through a heat wave, or we just came out of a heat wave. I get it. People tend to be tired, and during the summer months, and they don't really want to exercise. But force yourself to do it. Make yourself exercise. Okay? Yes, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the bell for notification of new videos, and comment. I really appreciate that. Also, hit us up on Cash App, $BiomedRx if you appreciate these things. And you can also support us on Patreon at patreon.com/BiomedRx TV or patreon.com/Devin Lockett. I really appreciate it. I really do. Every little bit helps. I would recommend adjusting your diet. Eat more fruits and vegetables. Get a more balanced diet. Stop eating so much junk food. Stay away from alcohol and drugs and coffee, even though, I tend to like coffee from time to time. We all do. But hydrate yourself as much as possible. Drink water. And also, I want you to try Dmso. I talk about Dmso in almost every live. Okay, dimethyl sulfoxide is a solvent. Okay, that was discovered in Russia during the making of wood pulp, and it's a solvent of water solubles as well as fat solubles. It's the ultimate solvent. It's a very, very good solvent. It has a molecule almost as small as that of water, and it changes the properties of water. It also increases the permeability of your cell membranes, and it also induces autophagy, which is the body's way of eating itself, or the body's way of discarding damaged cells, right? That is the opposite of cancerous tumor formation. So I'm a big fan of Dmso, not only by itself, but as a catalyst for carrying such liquid-based minerals as zinc, iodine, magnesium, and even try it with a little bit of insulin-like growth factor, IGF, if you want your body to eat your fat, especially while you're exercising and get the most out of your training routines. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope this live was helpful. If there's anything that you would like me to discuss on future shows, then by all means, please let me know in the comments. And if you would like me to demonstrate your product, well, first of all, hopefully it has to be something that I believe in. But if you'd like me to demonstrate your product, please contact me using the address that scrolls in the credits following this broadcast at the end of this show. So thank you for watching. I want everyone to stay kind, because as you know, kind is not only the new sexy, kind is the only sexy. I want everyone to stay blessed, and I want everyone to stay healthy. I'm going to be going live again with more biomagnetic pair therapy remedies very shortly. See you on the next live. Peace.
Gold label quality BiomedRx CBD oil is made from organic hemp that is locally grown, glyphosate-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, homogenized, third-party tested, and CO2 extracted. Visit www.biomedrxcbd.com.
BiomedRx Optimum Woman is the only woman's high-potency full-spectrum multiple vitamin supplement to contain 56 nutrients, including those most important for today's woman, such as calcium for bone health, iron for healthy red blood cells, beta-carotene, biotin for nail and hair health, gamma-linoleic acid from evening primrose oil, octasanol, grapeseed extract, a potent antioxidant important for maintaining capillary strength, and vegetarian digestive enzymes. Visit www.biomedrxsupplements.com.